Hey guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video I'll be showing you how I make this lovely moist fruited cake. Yeah, it's Christmas and I know everyone is on holiday. Feel free to cake this for your family, so sit back and enjoy the video. Okay, the first thing to do is to measure out your butter. This recipe is an easy recipe that you don't need a mixer or a hand mixer to do this. So feel free to measure out your 250 grams of butter and you go ahead to melt out this butter. Very important. Like I said, you don't need a mixer, you don't need standing mixer or hand mixer for this. Just go ahead, measure out your butter, you microwave it or you put in the oven to melt. So the next thing to do is to measure out your sugar. I don't like much sugar in my cakes, especially when my family is consuming it. But if I'm making for customers, depending, I ask if you want much sugar or you want less, so that I will always give you exactly the way you want it. So I'm using 125 grams of sugar for this recipe. Yes, so if you're a sugar lover, please increase your sugar, no problem. So inside this I'll be pouring in my melted butter and I will use my wooden spatula to cream for just 5 minutes. 5 minutes is even too much. Let us 2 to 3 minutes. You stop and you set aside. So the next thing is to measure out 1 cup of dry fruits. Use any fruit of your choice. Beside this is fruited cake. So measure out 1 cup or half cup to your taste. So you can even pour all, no problem. This is fruited cake, so be generous with the fruits. So I'll be using this is tangerine. I'll be using the juice to boil the fruits. Yes, if you have orange juice, no problem. If you have orange in the house, please do use it. If you have this tangerine, still okay. This is the available, so that is why I'm making use of it. So if it's for the orange, you can use 2 oranges. It's okay for this. So I'm removing the seed, being careful not to cook both the seed and my fruits. So after releasing all the juice, you can see the juice, so I have to place this on the heat and allow my fruits to absorb this juice. Yeah, it's very important. So if you don't even have orange, you don't have tangerine, you can also do this with sugar syrup. Just little water, little sugar, mix, put to boil, and you pour in your fruits. So right the way I'm measuring out my flour, we need 250 grams of flour for this. Okay, I've told you before, it's good to prepare your own cake flour. Plain flour is not cake flour. So I'm subtracting 2 tablespoons of plain flour and replacing it with 2 tablespoons of my corn flour, making it 250 grams of flour. Don't forget that. So it's very important to do this. Maybe in another video I'll explain more why it's important to cake with cake flour than just plain flour. So to baking powder, I'm adding a half tablespoon of baking powder to this. And I'll also use my cinnamon. So add the cinnamon and you combine everything together and you set aside. Please don't forget to sieve your dry ingredients. Don't play with sieving dry ingredients. It's important, especially when you're cooking. If you are doing pastries, you don't want to sieve it, no problem. But you see, when you're baking, not only removing dates or lumps, but you also incorporate air to the flour. It helps your cake a whole lot. So after sieving, set aside. The next thing is dry ingredients. I need 5 eggs for this. These are not large eggs, so if you're using large egg, just use 4, please. Just use 4 large eggs for me, but due to this just like a mixed egg, I'm using 5. The next thing I'll be adding 1 teaspoon of vanilla flavor to this, 1 tablespoon of black charcoal, and 1 tablespoon of my golden syrup to it. Take your time to mix everything together. At this point, start preheating your oven, grease your pan. Don't forget to grease with butter and dust with flour. That's my own way. If you want to use baking paper, it's all good. Just place in your baking paper and get ready before you start incorporating dry ingredients and wet ingredients together. The last ingredients is my lemon zest. I love this right from the day one in secondary school. This has been the best flavor ever you need to have in either your cake when you're baking. So I need the lemon zest. I've already washed it and my table is neat. So the lemon zest, just try your best to get at least half tablespoon of it. You can see my lemon zest right now. So it's time to incorporate all the ingredients together. A little of, you can see the dry fruits. Okay, right now a little of the dry ingredients, a little of the wet ingredients. Whether you want to start with dry or wet ingredients is not a problem. Just a little of this, a little of that. You incorporate till you mix everything right inside. Okay, after that, add in the fruits. Mix thoroughly and you add lastly the lemon zest. If you're new to my channel, this is your first time of watching my video, you're welcome to Progressive Cakes and Recipe. Progressive recipes. So I cook, I bake, I decorate cakes. I also do different pastries I know you will love. So feel free to be a part of this family only by clicking on the subscribe button. Click on the notification bell to be getting alerts of my newest video. Whenever I post new video, you will get an alert. So don't forget to like this beautiful video. I'm using this pan for this. This is 8 inches pan. There is no much reason why I use the foil to wrap the pan. The last time I baked with the pan, I noticed one of my pan is leaking, but I didn't identify the particular one, so I'm just suspecting it's this one. So I just wrapped the foil round the pan, so there is no much reason for that. So I'll just sprinkle my dry fruit on the top and allow to bake. So this took a long time because all the butter was much on this particular pan. So if you want yours to bake fast, please, you can spread it out in 2 different pan or a bigger pan. So after around 40 minutes, my cake was done. You can see I don't like the surface of the cake. It was looking so dark because my oven, the heat comes from the top to the down, so I have to turn it over, and I love the back part of it. So right now I need to cut through this cake, so we'll see how the inside is looking. Yeah, you can see our lovely cake looking so beautiful. So don't forget to like this video. Appreciate this video by liking, asking your questions, subscribing to my channel. Okay, let's see how the inside is looking. Wow, this is good. This is good. This is good. Okay, how soft? Wow, ooh, this is pretty soft. This is pretty soft. I can't even wait to bite. So I have to take my own shell. Please, at least let me test. So you can see the cake is really soft. So don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Feel free to invite a friend to this lovely channel. I love you so much. Thanks for watching. Bye.